Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining Jeff and I today on our webcast. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about UnitedHealth Group. UnitedHealth Group just had a bit of I guess this past spring had a bit of an issue where the stock dropped 50%. So they've currently gotten worldwide about 50 million members, which saw the stock drop in half. And within that, in one day, an 18% drop. So what do you think some of the reasons might be because of the medical services, the amount of medical services that were used?
Yeah, that's exactly it. They underestimated their costs. So their customers are using their benefits at twice the rate that the company had budgeted for at the beginning of the year. They're actually going to incur about 6.1 additional expenses this year than they thought they would. However, it's the largest healthcare company in the US. They're not going away. And we took a closer look at the stock because it had dropped so much. When we were doing our research, it looked very cheap because we thought they would earn, $25 in earnings per share. Stock dropped to 300. Looked like it was trading at around 12 times earnings. Historically, to put that into perspective, it trades at around 17 times earnings. So it was quite cheap compared to its historical multiple. But there was a credible turnaround that would improve the fundamentals of this company. Insurance companies reprice their policies each year, and it's based on their costs. So we know that in
Yeah.
2026 they will be repricing policies. So that's good. They also brought back their former CEO, and
Yeah,
he was the one who ran the company for years
a
and years.
decade.
As soon
Yeah.
as he joined, I think he bought around $25 million in stock, and they awarded him a one-time $60 million stock grant that will vest after 3 years. So we know he will be there for 3 years. So
Long
we like
term.
the, sorry?
I just said longer term.
Yeah. So we like that he's back. He'll be there for at least 3 years. They'll reprice the plans, and it looked cheap. Now, the only problem with our thesis is they then came out with earnings on July 29th, and they changed their guidance for this year. So instead of it being $25 like we thought, they're now guiding for $16, which is significantly lower. It's not as cheap as I thought it was. So it's trading at 21 times earnings this year as opposed to the 12 times I thought it was when we purchased it. However, it is possible they're too conservative for that on that $16. Management teams always do that when they're brought in. They underpromise and overdeliver. But if it comes in around $16, it's October next week. We're almost done 2025, and we'll head into 2016. So they will grow into these. They will grow into the multiple, but it just might take a little bit of time. We bought the stock on May 20th. We bought the Canadian Depository Receipt. So I can't quite tell you our price because well, I can, but it's not as relevant. I can tell you on that day, the US UNH traded between 312.58 and 324.64. So
Hmm.
that's around the price we paid, somewhere in there. We were early. Stock dropped to below 250. And I
Yeah.
thought this was going to be one of those stocks I'm embarrassed for clients to see because I was for a while. Um, but then something happened. Do you want to talk about the big investor who came in?
Yeah, Warren Buffett. Everybody knows him. Berkshire Hathaway ended up, I guess, purchasing 1.6 billion,
Hmm.
investment around 312 per share.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
You
happening
have to.
around the same time.
Yeah, right. Around the same time, you have to disclose your purchases in the States if it's above a certain threshold. So each quarter we get those filings. And yeah, he was buying around the same time we were. So that caused the
Hmm.
stock to jump. I think it was up 12% the
Oh.
next day, and it's
Hmm.
continued to rally since. So right now it's about I think it's around 350 a share, between 340 350. So all of our clients have made money on it, but
Hmm.
it's been quite the ride the last 2 months. So I'm. You never know when there's a bottom, but I would be surprised if it retested that bottom because the worst appears to be over.
Right.
So it's a
Okay.
classic contrarian buy.
Yeah. All right. I think we've covered everything. Thanks, Jeff. We'll talk to you later.
Yep. Thanks.